am standing right here inside Oruba Market in Omaha when Christmas is only 9 days away. Traders are in their shops with their wares displayed.
Since I am city, I am things are very costly. Everything, virtually everything in the market is expensive.
Madam, how much is your achara? You see, this achara I'm holding that is used to make Abia State local delicacy known as Ofe achara used to be 100 naira, but right now it is 200 naira.
Because of the higher price of the commodity, people are not coming inside to buy the market.
Although these prices will still soar before Christmas, they can still make some sales within the time.
Maybe from next week now, you see people coming in, buying things.
A comparison of the prices of things in the market indicates that 50 kilogram of rice was sold at 70,000 naira in 2023, but in 2024, it is selling at 120,000 naira. 5 liters of vegetable oil was sold at 8,500 naira, but in 2024, it sells for 18,000 naira. 150 kg bag of onions was 110,000 naira in 2023, but it is now 350,000 naira. A pint of fresh tomatoes was 4,000 naira last year, but in 2024, it is 6,000 naira.
It was not how it was before. Maybe someone would be like, how can I buy 4 pieces of onions at a rate of 1,000 naira?
And I felt pity for people buying it. Even me, I felt pity for myself too, because it's not easy.
The traders say they have no control of the market price because they only sell as they buy.
We don't buy on credit, but when they come to the market, because of lack of cash, they'll keep like begging you. Find out someone will buy something of 20,000 and pay like 3 times.
The people say they are overwhelmed by the development, but will still celebrate Christmas.
We virtually celebrate the birth of Christ.
Transportation fares are yet to increase for travelers.
Due to the high cost of things in the market and the inflation of things around us, how the cost of fuel and nothing. So that's why we have less passengers.
Like before, by this time, you see people trooping from north, south, and every other place, Lagos, Abuja, all this place. But based on transport, now people are no longer coming like that.
By this same time in 2023, traders and customers were complaining about the cost of things, but little did they know that in a year's time, the prices of commodities would have doubled. In Omaha for News Central, I am Chinwe Ugele.
And now joining us on the program is Chinwe Ugele. Chinwe, thank you very much for joining us for that very compelling report, by the way. And from what we see, it's a very sobering picture of how economic downturn is impacting both businesses and also customers during the festive season, which shouldn't be. So let's discuss your experience covering the story and get some behind-the-scenes insight on it. For you, what was the most poignant factor in this entire experience, Chinwe?
Well, thank you very much. I'd say it's the fact that people were not, traders, customers were not in the market to shop. Because what I used to know growing up was that at a time like that, on a date like that, the market will be filled with people. In fact, people will be scampering to have some space, in the market. But on that very day, it was just, like I did say in that report, it was 9 days to Christmas. And I didn't see the usual hustling and bustling that, is usually associated with the season. So it was the fact that people were not in the market and the traders were just sitting idly, waiting, hoping that customers would come in. But then they didn't have control of what they were going to sell because what kept people away from the market was the cost of things in the market. They were so high that even up till now, it's not as if it's abated, it's still high. So
the gremlins are at it again. Chinwe Ugele there.
That's not how to.
Please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Please
Okay,
continue.
so I was saying that not having, clients in the market to buy goods was the biggest problem for me, that I experienced that day. It was a quiet and, abandoned markets, if you would put it that way, because that's not what markets are known for. Ordinarily, markets are usually busy. But then when you're talking about the festive period, is a period when there's a lot of commercial activities in the market and traders expect to make more sales and people expect to, stock their homes for the festivities. But then that wasn't seen on that very day.
And I'm glad you're talking about just the mood right at the market there, but also when speaking with the traders, were there any recurring concerns that they raised about the challenges they're facing in doing business during this time?
Yes, part of the concern was that they would buy goods and then the customers would come to buy on credit. They would plead with them that they didn't have enough cash or they didn't have enough money to pay for the goods they wanted to buy. And then they would want to collect the goods on credit. And I had one of them even saying that some of them would pay for goods, 3 times. They'll pay in installments over time, and that also is impacting on their own businesses because according to them, they were not buying on credit from the people who were selling to them. But then when the customers come, they expect them to also give it out to them on credit. So it makes them, for those selling perishable goods, they go with lots of, damaged goods that they will end up, discarding. And then those that are not selling perishable, the commodities will stay with them for a longer time. And, the more, if you don't sell for traders, if you buy goods now and you don't sell within a period of time, there are possibilities that within this period, if it's going to increase again. So when you go to buy, you are going to buy at an increased rate. So what makes a trader is actually the turnover, the speed with which he or she, sells his or her commodities. So not being able to sell out the things they have already bought, waiting for the festivities is actually an issue.
I mean, Chinwe, I want to say thank you so much for just shedding light on this pressing issue. I wonder if you go to places like Abuja, Lagos, and Port Harcourt, what the story would be like, for traders that are there. The festive season is a time for joy, but it's also a time for reflection as well, and empathy, especially as many are, navigating these economic struggles. Again, as Chinwe, I must say thank you for just taking out the time and going to speak to these women. Many thanks again.
Thank you very much. I hope the situation abates.